All right, what's up, guys? I'm here with my client, Liam. We've been working together since around February, both with his YouTube channel and his agency generally. And so I thought I'd just break down some of the results that we've gotten for him and maybe give you an idea of what it looks like to work with me. So first of all, Liam, could you just kind of introduce yourself, give us a quick 30-second intro, and then what it is that you do, how your agency works, who you're working with, etc.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm Liam Murasso. I'm running a YouTube ads agency for realtors. We're also expanding into wholesalers as well. We basically just script out the ads for the realtors or wholesalers as well. We do the back end work as far as like optimizing the campaigns, editing, all that kind of stuff.
Cool. And maybe like kind of give the audience an idea of where you were before you were working with me as far as how you were getting clients prior to YouTube, kind of what that was like in terms of metrics. Were you already on YouTube previously, etc.?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we also have like an interesting situation because like, we knew each other a little bit beforehand. But with that being said, obviously before YouTube, I was primarily like cold calling and stuff like that, manual outreach, all that kind of stuff. And I was just, I was capped basically. And with YouTube, the beauty is that obviously, I can just do basically like an hour of work a week, sometimes 2 hours. And, obviously that compounds over time. And so, I was seeing like, as far as like specific numbers wise, I was booking in, with this service, like an average of like, 1 to 2 calls a month extra. And these end up just closing. In the beginning, I was also figuring out how to actually increase my skill. Cause when we started working together, it was a strange phase where essentially, I was in the beginning of the phase of running an agency by myself. I did it like in the past and stuff like that. But as I was getting better, I was also using YouTube at the same time. So some people already are established in their agency. They might be, then adding YouTube and they're probably going to see even better growth. But I was in this like kind of limbo phase. I don't know if that's what you want to call it, where, I was, learning as I was also posting on YouTube. And it's honestly a really, really great position to be in because it's like, you get to learn and you're getting results, without having to put in like a ton of extra time.
100%, 100%. And maybe kind of give an idea of, were you making content previously before you hopped on board? Were you editing yourself? Kind of what was that like?
Yeah, I was really inconsistent with that. I tried doing it. And to be honest, like it was more so just like the fact that I was really trying to focus on, cold calling and the manual outreach and just following up with, current clients and stuff like that. And that was taking up the majority of my time. And it didn't make it easier to record. I was recording like here and there. I posted 1 or 2 videos that I edited myself, but honestly, it just took a lot of time. And yeah, and then I just, obviously when we started working together, that disappeared.
100%. And, you mentioned that a moment ago that the lead quality was a lot higher than cold calling, cold outbound, that sort of thing. Why do you think that is?
Because I preach this in what I do and based on the metrics that I've seen in my own business. And it's just because people are familiar with me. Like they see my videos, they know what I'm about. They see I'm consistently posting the same frameworks over and over. And they're just, seeing that, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about, obviously, because, he's got results and he constantly goes in depth on how it actually works, like piece by piece. And just because they get to see me on camera, they know I'm a real person, not just like a bot that's just calling them. I think it's just the familiarity and the trust that makes the leads better. Plus, it's like, obviously, you would explain a little bit better than me, but the algorithm on YouTube just shows videos to those who are actually actively looking for content and like different ad revenues or ad avenues, that are like, relevant for them. So, that's probably why the lead quality is higher if I had to guess.
And maybe just for the audience, maybe give a rough idea of what it looks like to work with us as far as input. So how much work are you putting in? How much time are you spending recording per week, especially compared to, another client acquisition platform like cold calling or cold outbound?
Absolutely. Yeah. So cold calling, that's going to take at least 2 hours of my day, if not more. With this, and that's 5 days a week. And with this, I have to record probably like maybe if there's, sometimes we'll do 2 videos. We'll do like batch recordings of 2 videos in one weekend. But usually it's just once a week on the weekend, 1 to 2 hours of recording. Sometimes I practice overnight. I would recommend that if you, work with IO. But yeah, it's like 1 to 2 hours a week. That's it.
Cool. And maybe based on the results that we've seen so far, where do you think, your business and the YouTube channel itself is going to be in maybe 6 to 12 months from now?
Oh, easily double. I mean, the thing is, we've also like found the niche that just is more active on YouTube anyway. Like wholesalers are just like booking in way more calls than before. They're more savvy. And like, just because of that, and because I'm obviously honing my skills on that, we're testing tons of stuff now, and we're getting a ton of results with that. I expect it to triple, quadruple. I mean, and that's being conservative, to be honest.
Hey guys, real quick, if you want to get results like Liam, he basically went from having no YouTube presence to generating inbound leads and clients every single month from YouTube. Just click on my website below. It's the first link in the description. That's pretty much it. Let's get back to the video. Cool. Maybe what would you say is the future of where you're going to be putting most of your focus in your business going forward, as far as YouTube, or what's going to be the main channel that grows your business moving forward?
Yeah, so it's going to be a combination. We're obviously going to double down on YouTube, probably produce more content just in order to get more views and, rack it up, obviously, et cetera. But as well, I'm also going to combine ads just to create the ecosystem and the flywheel effect, basically where, they feed into each other. So, you're going to see my content organically on YouTube, then you're going to see ads of me just, activating mere exposure effect, and then vice versa. So that's what's going to be happening. Definitely 2026.
100%. Sure. Yeah. Like the combination of ads and content is so much more exponential than either content or ads on their own. And the same goes with cold outbound as well. If you're doing any sort of cold outreach and you have content going, the results are absolutely exponential. So I just got kind of one last question for you. If anybody's on the fence of working with me and my team, maybe what would you tell them?
It's just, he just gets it done. Like you ask him something, done on the spot. He's always available. And it's like, that's just what I really appreciate is because I'm a guy that asks a lot of questions. I'm a guy that I don't know. I ask a lot of questions basically. And I really like having a hands-on experience with someone who's quick to respond. I just like efficiency, and that's just what you're going to get here. You're going to get results. What he says is what he does. And that's just it. Simple as that, really.
Cool. Could you maybe tell the audience where maybe they can find you if they want to connect, and maybe what your YouTube channel user is?
Yeah, absolutely. It's my name, Liam Murasso. We'll link that if you want in the description. It's just my name, Liam-Murasso, I think is the @. And you can check him on my YouTube channel. You can also DM me on Instagram. I'm not really active on there, to be honest, or you could just contact me on LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn and YouTube are my most popular channels.
Yeah, I'll 100% link those in the description below. All right, so if you guys are interested in getting results just like Liam, landing 8K per month from his YouTube channel, book a call down below. My website's going to be there. You could watch the video, get an idea of what we do before the call, and then just hit that book a call button. That aside, this is the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.